Okay, movement. So movement's important. I have, over the time, loved boot camp. I've loved outdoor exercise groups. I've loved running. Yes, I even ran. I used to run. I've loved all different sort of aerobics. Gosh, you name it, I've done it. In my mid-50s, I've realised a couple of things. I don't love those things anymore. I've also realised that if I push my body too hard, I'll hurt myself. And if I hurt myself, I can't keep doing what I need to do. As per having a torn meniscus and re-injuring it and being unable to walk or do anything for 12 months. So I don't ever want to be in that situation again. So what I do now is I walk. Now I suggest in the butterfly plan that you do 30 to 40 minutes of gentle to moderate exercise every day. If you do that, or at least I think 5 days a week, I'm suggesting that you do that 4 or 5 times a week. But if you do that, you are going to be fine. That's what you need. That's all you need. So for me, walk. I walk every morning. I used to think I'd have to go out and walk for an hour. No, you don't. For me, I get up at 6. By 7, I'm back home in the shower. So within an hour, I'm able to get up, put the dogs in the car, drive to this great walk track along the river here in Geelong where my dogs can run off lead. I get back into the car, back home in the shower, all done and dusted within an hour. I've walked around 40 minutes during that time. Fantastic. The other great thing about walking that I can't stress enough and is so important is it gets you outside. You need to be outside in fresh air. We need fresh air for a number of reasons. A lot of it's got to do with our gut. We need it, which I'll explain in a little bit, but a lot of it's got to do with our gut. We also need to get the sun on our face. So that's why one of the main reasons it's important. I try and say to people, please get outside for at least an hour a day. But also just walk. Walk, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't even have to drive to it. You can just walk from home. Walk for an hour. No, well, you don't have to. Walk for 30 minutes. Just walk. It's that simple. You don't even have to be quick. If you've got pets, it's the greatest gift you can give to them. It will help them be healthy. Being stuck in a backyard is not healthy for an animal. Take your dog out. Take them for a walk. It's important. If you prefer to do something else like swim, or because I know that sometimes walking can be difficult if you're carrying an injury, swimming's great. You might want to go to the gym and it might be the thing that sparks you. Then do that. For me, it doesn't spark me. There's some interesting stats around the fact that after you sort of reach that mid-40s, I'm pretty sure it's to do with menopause, once your hormones change, you would have to basically be at the gym all day for it to have a serious impact on your weight. I think we often think, I'm going to go to the gym and that will help me lose weight. The reality is, it doesn't help that much. For a few reasons, which I won't bore you with now, and you can research this stuff yourself and I'll have some links as well for you, but for a few reasons, but not the least of which, if you go to the gym and you really push your body hard, you will crave more to replenish your body. So you'll crave sugars and things like that, carbs, to replenish your body. If you walk, the same thing doesn't happen. The thing is though, 30 minutes of walking is equal to 30 minutes at the gym. At this age, at our age, it's got the same impact. So why would you do something that's actually, well you can if you want to, it's you do you. But it's going to make you hungrier. Just be aware of that. So do the gym, but walk as well, because that's where you're really going to start getting your metabolism working in a great way. But it's also where you're going to get a lot of good bacteria coming into your system that you're not going to get in a gym. Fresh air is one of the most important things you can give to yourself. Cold, fresh air is awesome. Walking on a cold morning will burn more fat than anything else because your body's trying to keep you warm. It's a really great thing to do. Can't stress it enough. Yin Yoga. I say that I want you to do one yin class a week. And for some of you who've never done yoga before will go, oh, yoga, I'm not a yoga person. Trust me, yin isn't like a standard yoga. And in fact, I don't do standard yoga either. I do a gentle yoga or I do yin. Yin yoga, also known as seated yoga, although some of the yin practices won't have you seated necessarily the whole time, but seated yoga is incredibly supportive. You do it with a bolster. You prop yourself up so that you're never putting too much stress on your body. The reason yin is so fantastic is that it stretches out all the connective tissue, our fascia, that's throughout our body. So it helps with our flexibility. It really increases our flexibility. The older we get, the less flexible we get, but the more sort of bunched up we become. Yin allows us to stretch all of that out. It helps our body free up, and it also helps, if you go into Chinese medicine and all about the chakras, it frees up all of that within our body. Now, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, that's absolutely fine. But trust me when I tell you, if you do a yin class, it will be one of the most wonderful things you ever do. If you don't feel comfortable about going to your local yoga studio, or if you can't afford to do that, and I understand that that can be the case, then go to YouTube and find a good yin practice on YouTube. I do have some that I can share with you, some YouTube. Annoyingly, most of them are out of America. I don't know about you, but the American voice doesn't actually make me feel terribly relaxed. But I'll do some more research as well, but you do research too. Find yourself a really good yin class to do. Make sure you have a good mat to do it on, a quiet place where you can do it. Have some cushions or pillows and things, bolsters that you can use to help support you through the class. But do the yin class. It will be one of the most wonderful things that you do for yourself and for your body and for your soul and for your mind and for your gut. It's an incredible gift you can give to yourself. Please take the step out of your comfort zone and do this. Get yourself some gear and go along to a yoga studio and please just try it. And even if the yoga studio isn't making you feel as comfortable as you would like to, then find another one. I've been to a number, and I'm currently going to the most wonderful yoga studio here in Geelong called Yoga 213, which is just awesome. It's actually known for its hip-hop yoga. I don't do the hip-hop yoga, but it's just awesome. Yoga teachers are the most beautiful people. And trust me when I tell you, it has so got nothing to do with how you look. It's all about your practice and what you do for yourself. Do the yin class. At least get a YouTube, look at it, try it. It's also very meditative. I can't keep on going on about it as much. It's just, I love it. Yoga. Now I'm suggesting you also do a gentle or other kind of yoga class as well every week. It's a really important thing to do. I'm not going to tell you, well, I am telling you should. It'll be an amazing gift that you give to yourself. Now, I know that yoga for bigger bodies can be really difficult. So what I would say to you is just maybe try it at home with a good yoga app, YouTube, and then do it in a way that's good for people who've got a bigger body. They'll show you the really good yoga on YouTube will show you how to modify it so that it works for you. The other great thing about it is it's awesome for balance. One of the hardest things for women or anyone as we get older is that our balance isn't as good as it should be. So if you can maintain your balance, if you can maintain that and you actually improve your balance, then you'll find that you don't do things like trip or you don't roll your ankle, which I did, where you don't hurt yourself in ways that as we get older we are prone to and we will do. The other thing it's awesome for is increasing your bone strength, because you've got to do in yoga you've got to sort of manage your own, you've got to hold up your own weight and do things like that. It actually increases the strengthening, bone strengthening. As we get older with osteoporosis, this is one of the most important things that we should be doing. Do not rely on taking calcium tablets and whatnot. I mean, well, that's a good idea to do as well, but do it. The best way to do it is through strength training, and the best way to do strength training in an easy way is through yoga. You're doing your strength training without even realising. So again, can't stress that enough. Cycling, swimming, awesome. They're fantastic. I don't do either, but they are great ways of getting to move. If you're not into yoga, maybe you can get your Zen state with cycling or with swimming. All of these things are really important. The bottom line is though, you've just got to move. You have got to move your body. You cannot keep sitting and standing and doing nothing. Butterfly plan, you've got to move. And you've got to tick that off as well every week. Move in a way that you love. If you love what you're doing, then you are going to love doing it. I don't love boot camp. I don't do boot camp. But I do love yoga and I do love walking. So I do those things. They actually contribute to my joy. And when I realised how much I love them, I actually count them as part of the joy that I get every week, because you've got to count that as well.